guys? Welcome back to the Media Nights. My name is Ari.
I'm Denise.
And today we're going to be watching The Accountant. This is a movie that is directed by Gavin O'Connor, came out in 2016, and is starring Ben Affleck. It's an action thriller, and as you guys know, we absolutely love action thrillers here on the channel. We've had things like The Equalizer, Man on Fire. I mean, the list keeps going on and on. So when a lot of you guys suggested this one, we were like, you know what? Put it on the list. We'll check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super pumped for this. Like Ben Affleck, obviously, like it's been a little bit.
It's been a long time.
For our channel. I think the last thing that we saw with him was Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
He was amazing in that. So it's going to be really, really fun to also, you know, see him in something like genre-wise that's a little bit different, you know, which I'm really excited for. Also, you know, tax season is finally over. It was a goddamn nightmare.
Yeah.
So to celebrate that, you know, to smooth the wounds a little bit, we're just going to go ahead and, you know, watch The Accountant.
I'm assuming this is not an actual accountant, just like,
No.
you know, Man on Fire wasn't actually about a man on fire.
Correct.
So, you know, I guess we'll figure that out as we go. We're all in for the ride, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. If you guys want to catch the full-length reaction alongside us, that's going to be available on our Patreon. And if you guys want to catch these reactions early, make sure that you hit the join button and become a YouTube member. A huge shout out to Livy.
And also to Joseph Tomlin.
Guys, thank you so much for being producer nights. We wish we had you guys as our accountants because, gosh, numbers is not my strong suit. And it was a complete nightmare. But
That's why
hopefully,
we're YouTubers.
yes, exactly. Not mathematicians. So
Exactly.
hopefully you guys had a better time with that. We hope that you guys enjoy. And as always, we'll catch you guys after the movie.
We don't get that piano anymore.
The classic Warner Bros.
No,
Well, this is more ominous.
very.
This is about counting numbers, okay?
Counting numbers is very serious.
Yes. You gotta account for everything.
Just ask my math teachers.
Wait, I gotta call it in.
Oh no. That doesn't sound good.
Oh,
Don't go in there by yourself, dude.
nice little detail there. Making sure not to step on the debris. Oh, oh, he's gone. The Accountant. You can't leave us there.
I know.
Justine.
Neuroscience.
You and I might tap our fingers, grind our teeth. Your son rocks back and forth. It's more obvious, but perfectly natural.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a coping mechanism.
Your son is a remarkable young man.
Who goes crazy when you turn the vacuum on?
Oh.
I'd like to work with your son at his speed, help him develop the skills he'll need to lead a full life.
that is so sweet. They get the help though.
Free of charge, working with me in a sensory-friendly
Oh,
environment.
wow.
Free of
Free of
charge.
charge.
It's not gonna happen.
What?
The world is not a sensory-friendly place, and that's where he needs to learn to live.
Hmm.
He's a kid.
We need to finish.
I can imagine it has to be challenging to deal with all that and try to have a normal life as much as you can.
Right. Oh, because he can't find the missing piece.
Oh, that's
Wow.
gonna come in so much handy, huh? Not being able to let go until you finish it.
Whoa, he did it. Whoa.
That is a sick reveal.
Because I was like, the whole thing is great. I'm like, wow.
What if, just temporarily, mind you, we put this year's taxes on our credit card?
Freaking taxes, man.
Do you like it? I made it myself.
No, not particularly. What room do you use in your house when you make those?
I don't
Ooh.
really, just wherever I happen to be, I guess.
Deductions.
Right.
How big is your dining room? Mrs. Rice's office.
Yeah, there you go.
Approximately 200,
He's like, no. Go.
A bit bigger.
A bit.
That's so sweet of him, helping people out like that.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's very kind. Very
I mean,
empathetic.
situation is rough out there, you
Yeah,
know?
it's
Every dollar counts if you can help someone in need.
Mr. King, you have wandered so
Hey, J.K. Simmons.
Oh, he's awesome. Parker.
Stop talking. You have a very cavalier attitude for the president of a bank with such a piss-poor capital cushion.
Oh,
Deposits, withdrawals, cashier's checks, credit cards, Birmingham or Bahrain, it is now
Everything.
treasury business. Goodbye.
damn. Those are instructions.
Graduated University of Baltimore cum laude with a degree in criminal justice.
Nice.
2 years
Impressive.
Baltimore PD as an analyst, 2 more at Homeland, analyst again. And the last 5 years here at Treasury. Analyst.
Why does he say it like it's a bad thing?
Why haven't you applied for promotion to agent?
Mm.
You're already doing the work.
Yeah, he knows she could be doing more.
Ward of the State of Maryland's foster care and juvenile detention systems from age 11 to 18.
Oh, she's got a record.
Attempted murder.
What?
Attempted murder.
You better sit your ass back down in that chair, young lady.
Jesus.
This is a big moment for you. Make a good choice.
It's gonna make her make a choice.
Lying on a federal employment application is a felony. I'm the only thing standing between you and significant prison time.
Oh,
Holy
jeez, dude.
shit.
Seems like she changed her life around.
Do you like puzzles, Mary Beth Medina?
I mean, she's an analyst. I would assume so.
Thank you. You take care, son.
Thank you.
Look at how happy they seem.
They're so sweet.
Big weight off their shoulders.
Was taken 3 years ago in Antwerp by an undercover Interpol agent. Their target's on the far right.
Ran the world's largest opium pipeline. I mean, he was considered untouchable.
Wow.
What is she looking for here?
Is that? Maybe I'm hallucinating.
It's the same man.
Yeah, he's in every one of them.
Tokyo, Tel Aviv, Naples. There was a sighting in Tehran, all describing the same man, an accountant.
Whoa.
Wow.
He's all over the map.
An individual capable of coming in cold and uncooking years of books and getting out alive.
Oh, wow. So he's an actual accountant for them.
The secrets this guy has.
Worth a lot.
At the end of the month, one of two things will have occurred. Resolution of this case, or we update your photo.
Oh my
No
God.
way.
Just gonna expose her like that. Either you crack the case or you're done, essentially.
That's so scary, dude.
Talk about a motivator. Jeez. The worst part is that she's an actual good student. Like she definitely tried to do better.
That's really rough, man. Like, I
Yeah.
understand you shouldn't be lying on a job application for a federal job, but it's like, if you've turned your life around, you know, your past shouldn't haunt you like that.
Hey.
Ooh, breakfast of champions. I want some.
Yeah, everything is so neat. Perfectly placed.
I love the framing of this too, like how symmetrical it is, but like it's picture perfect almost where he's placed.
Is that how he goes to sleep?
I'm assuming this is what he learned from his father.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Why are we doing this?
It's hardening his legs just a little bit. They do that for martial arts, so he must be a hard kicker.
Good catch. Oh, she's leaving.
Oh my God. Jeez, man.
We had help! Stay here! Don't go anywhere!
Oh, things are not good here.
He threw it away. How? What did he do?
That's it.
Oh, she's leaving them. Oh, dude, that is so heartbreaking. She couldn't handle the situation. You know what? Shout out to the dad for stepping up, man. That's
By yourself as well?
he must seem like a bit of a, you know, a hard ass, but
Right.
all he wanted is for his kid to be able to live a normal life
Right.
as much as he could, even though it's a bit rough, right, to send him out into the wild like that. But I get his perspective, you know,
Right.
of why not. He didn't want to soften the blow
Yeah.
for his kid.
And clearly, whatever he did works because now he can handle flashing lights and very loud sounds. Oh, he actually took them up on their offer. That's cute.
A mile out.
A mile shot. Oh,
Whoa.
sick sniping.
Damn.
Did not miss a single shot.
Wow. Hell of an accountant. It's interesting trying to make sense of this all, right? Like he's an accountant, but he's a good sniper.
Mm.
How did that all go down, I wonder?
Yeah, he's definitely got to be trained.
Yeah.
You need a lot of practice to land those shots. That doesn't happen.
Most likely coming from the influence of his father, right?
Has to be, yeah. I like how the cinematography also provides us with that sense of loneliness, right? Like so far, he's mostly alone in the frame.
Yeah. But also the color palette, right? It works so well with this. It gives you that feeling of
Icy
coldness.
cold.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a
We got-
stack load of cash. All
we got
right.
euros, we got dollars. Okay. The only thing we're missing now is different passports.
So I'm going to assume this is like his hideout.
I guess so.
It's in a storage.
I don't know if I'm ever going to get out of this place. And you say,
You're probably right, Francis. You're extremely old. It's unlike-
Got to get rid of that monotonous tone.
this is crucial.
You're frustrated.
What am I?
You're frustrated.
That's what I am. I'm frustrated. Good.
Yeah, he's trying to help him understand social cues.
Names and addresses, go.
The Mayer brothers, Moshe and Yitzhak, 221 Israel Boulevard in Jerusalem.
That is so impressive.
You find one person you can trust, just one. And do not make my mistake. You keep moving your ass around.
Oh, that's how he ended up in that life, huh? How did he end up in prison, though?
Yeah.
Good night, son.
Interesting.
Good night, Francis.
His life is getting more and more complex than I anticipated.
People looking for you.
What people?
The unfriendly kind.
Oh.
Let's try a legitimate client for once.
Just a normal dude, please. Of course, he would need one legitimate job, right, to keep them off his track, at least.
Right.
Not seem that obvious.
Look, kidding aside, I think if you saw our books, you'd run for the hills. It's a numerical shitstorm.
I'll need to see all those books for the past 10 years.
Yeah, he's not intimidated by it. He can handle it.
How long have you been CFO of this company, sir?
15 years.
I need the books for the past 15, please.
Well, you're awful goddamn blunt. I wouldn't take a dime without his say-so.
Then just show the books. There goes another one.
Mm-hmm.
They were all real people. It's insane. He's in every single one of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Cut to his face, clear as day.
This company is my child. That said, money has never been a motivation. My mind doesn't function the way yours must.
It's all about helping people out then.
Right. He needs someone that comes at it from a different angle, right, than himself.
I'll start in the morning.
He's so straightforward. Just
Yeah.
straight to the point. No small talk, huh?
Mm-hmm. No bullshit either.
Yeah.
When it comes to that.
True.
You know exactly where you stand.
Ooh.
Simon Dewey, founder, CEO, Dewey Capital.
That's the Punisher.
Holy shit! Frank, what are you doing here?
You people amaze me.
Oh.
Let me tell you something.
That gun makes you a big man, does it? This gun, come on.
He's like, I don't need this gun.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh, shoot.
You're shorting their stock, but simultaneously you're spreading false rumors regarding the health of the company.
Oh.
Oh, you're done.
You mess with the wrong people.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
You'll stop now, correct?
Which company?
Wrong answer, Simon. Look, genius.
Sorry.
We hold short positions on dozens of companies. Shit, Simon.
You're going to have to drop all of them.
You're just gonna have to stop shorting them all.
Exactly.
That's
Yep.
ridiculous. I can't be expected.
Oh. Oh my God. He's so fast.
Screw this guy.
You're a man in your own way.
Oh.
He was hoping he would go for the gun, huh?
Yeah. He's so casual about this too. It's hilarious.
Are we good? Yeah.
He didn't even break a sweat. This guy.
Good boy, Simon. Proud of you.
Proud of you.
Now, let's hope that Simon actually listens, because I feel like the second visit is not just going to be a nice little chat.
I'm so excited that John Berthnall is in
I
this.
know.
That is great.
Damn, she's out. Oh no, he's going to have to,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, hello.
Please wake up.
I'm Dana Cummings. You're the consultant, Mr. Wolff.
Chris.
I cross-referenced them by year and alphabetically.
Must have taken you all night.
It sure did.
Oh, wow.
So,
Where do we start?
I can answer any questions that you have.
I have no questions.
Yeah. He's ready to go.
You want to make your own assessment?
Yes, thank you.
Meaning, please get out. What an interesting clash we just witnessed here, right? Because like what she was trying to say is different from what came out of her mouth, right?
Hey, Sorkus, give me something.
I'm
match the face in your antwork photo.
It's a surveillance video in an NYPD database. Your guy takes out 2 mob enforcers with a steak knife he lifted off an Italian restaurant down the street.
Shit.
Wait, was that the opening sequence we saw?
Oh, yes, it was.
Forensics lists cause of death as blunt force trauma. Your boy kicked him in the head. Once.
Ooh.
The kicks.
Yeah. You were right. Good job.
That man went in there without any backup. Yeah, he got taken out immediately.
I've also got an audio file here. Inside of the Raven light was bugged.
I wonder why. What drove him to this?
They were talking about an old man earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't touch that old man.
Give me that
Right.
recording ASAP.
I wasn't even.
Yeah.
This was personal. Who did they mess with for him to go off like that?
Yeah, it also strikes me like a revenge quest.
She was just trying to make a connection there.
I
Oh,
know.
Poor her.
And the thing is, like, he's not understanding like the subtext of what she was trying to say. It's so interesting.
What do you have to hit to dent a steel thermos?
That's actually a really good question.
It's just old.
Sure it is. I'm sure that's why it's dented like that.
How did you get into financial consulting? I like the balance of it.
His reactions are golden.
Plus, my dad was an accountant. He actually,
Oh no, she's coming over. Oh.
the like dorky pocket protector and.
I have a pocket protector.
Seems like he's warming up to her though.
So I studied accounting at the University of Chicago, where fun goes to die.
Why? Why does fun go to die at the University of Chicago?
Elaborate.
I'm joking.
Good save.
Right.
Oh my god, this is so awkward. It's so endearing too though.
Very.
Have a nice day.
Yes, you too.
Nice job.
I'm surprised he didn't walk away. Like, I completely understand the discomfort.
Feeling overwhelmed,
You know, when you're
right?
like, yeah, and like just not really not wanting to talk to someone, especially small talk.
So that's like the thing that he does before starting any activity.
Like serious business, right? Like
Yeah.
eating his meal but when he was about to do the sniping, and no.
Oh my god, guys, this is like my worst nightmare. No, not numbers. I have so much respect for people that are good with numbers. I swear, that's like a whole different language, man. It's a lot of data. Holy shoot. We should hire this guy for next year's taxes.
Actually, sir. Whoa, dude, it's all over the
Wow. Yep.
board, the windows.
It's been working for hours. Look at how many markers she's gone through already. It's pointing out all the inconsistencies, I'm assuming.
I didn't touch him. I didn't touch that old man. I wasn't even.
Yeah, that's never not gonna get me mid-sentence.
I didn't touch that old man. I wasn't even.
It's crazy the tools they have, right? To extrapolate any kind of data from such a simple thing like a audio clip. There he goes. Isolating vocal frequencies. Oh, there's a whisper there. He was saying the poem, Solomon Grundy.
It's like his mantra almost, right?
There it is.
Uh-huh.
She's like, what does all of this means?
6543. You're making money, but there's a leak.
Mm-hmm. Where's all that money going?
Most people, when generating random numbers, tend to rely subconsciously on certain patterns.
Yeah. I was right.
You were.
You went through 15 overnight?
It's not even the best part.
That's not even the best part.
Chargebacks to vendors?
No, perfectly in order.
Internal offsets?
No, that's a terrible idea.
I love that they're vibing off of this. Like, they're both so excited.
Well, they found that common ground, right? They're both
Yeah.
like numbers.
That's cute.
You're needed in whatever area I'm paying you to be needed in.
Sorry.
So nice to see them get along.
I know,
That's so
we
sweet.
almost got a smile from him.
61,679,000.
Holy shit.
That's a lot of money. And I'm assuming that's all the money total that just is unaccounted for.
It's gone. Poof in the air. This was the friend, right? One saying that he would never steal a dime.
Yeah.
Didn't steal a dime. Looks like he stole millions of dollars. He wasn't lying.
I mean, he said he would never steal a dime.
Right. Technically.
Technicality is important here.
Oh,
no.
shoot. That's so scary. In his home like that, he's got nobody.
You administer your own accidental insulin overdose
and you're gone.
She'll be the beneficiary of what's gotta be a very generous insurance policy, am I right?
Uh-huh.
If we lay our hands on you, you're gonna fight, squeal.
Right. There's gonna be evidence.
I'll have to rock and roll a home invasion, violate your wife a dozen different ways, kill you both, burn the place to the ground.
The way he threatens them so just nonchalantly, it's chilling.
Nobody's gonna violate your wife, okay? I will, however, park a 45 in her brain pan.
God.
Jesus.
Yep.
Make a decision, sir.
So he's gonna die either way, essentially, is what they're saying.
At least this way his wife is safe.
And she gets the insurance money.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Sir.
What
Wait, what the hell? Why?
Oh, I would flip a
After
shit.
all that work.
What's happening? Can you give us a minute, please?
He looks so upset that they messed all of this up.
I haven't finished yet.
He can't let it go. He needs to finish.
Diabetic for 30 years. You think he didn't know how to check his blood sugar? As far as I'm concerned, whatever he did is forgiven.
Please, I need to finish.
Just let him finish.
Well, from his perspective, he no longer cares about it.
I hope our paths never cross again. I'm responsible for the death of my best friend.
No, you weren't.
It's
Damn, he seems
not.
like a super nice man.
Yeah, actually a sweet man.
This is out of order. I completely rearrange this. I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
Yeah, he's getting overstimulated. Yeah, that's
Really disruptive for him.
sucks, man. He was so close and he had all that data already.
Mm-hmm. Even his driving is more erratic.
I love how they're showing us those patterns, right? They're making us pay attention to everything he does and how this affects him.
Well, we know the routine, so we know what. Ah!
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Ouch!
You know, a kick from this dude has gotta hurt. It's like a baseball bat. Oh, man. Like he's doing everything he can to snap out of it, but he just can't. He can't let it go. I love how intimate it's like how intimately it's filmed as well. Like the cinematography, like I mentioned, like it's just you, like the camera and him, and you get to just see his experience and how he deals with it.
Yeah.
And it's not exaggerating it. It's not really glorifying it either. It's just like it's laying it out. Like this is what happens to some people, you know? This is how they've got to live and how they deal with those things. I appreciate the respect, you know, that goes into the depiction. Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
So that's how he learned to kick like that then.
So I guess the father kind of tried to redirect everything into productive things, right?
Enough. You're not done.
I knew it. All right, keep going. That's a rough childhood.
It's my job to know my son's limitations.
Do your job. On your feet.
Pushing them to their limit, huh? Until either they break or they come out on top, essentially.
Security camera or some nosy neighbor's iPhone.
Oh my God.
What the hell?
They found a way to get to him.
Holy shit, that was fast.
Come on, come on, come on.
They're just like regular people, man. They don't deserve this.
Where is he?
Not in the truck anymore.
Oh! Holy shit!
Oh, he just sniped that dude.
Holy crap, he already knew something was up.
We're all going together. Pull that truck around back. Let's go. Let's go.
It's probably already accounted for that truck in the back.
Please get that headshot in, please.
If he gets the shot just right, he could probably be able to isolate them, but let's see.
Ooh. Or do that.
He just shot a sniper while standing like that?
Yep. Guys.
Oh. Get in there, man. Oh, dude.
I'm really scared for this couple.
Yeah, it's between you two. Oh. Ouch. Hand to hand. Here we go, baby. Cute.
Classy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah. You mess with the wrong dude.
He had no idea. Whoa.
Great counters. Wow.
Ooh, very nice.
Damn.
Love that flip.
Kill you both. That's all I know.
Oh, what? They're trying to clean up.
Wait, so this...
Oh my God. Oh go.
That was amazing. But wait, so what they discovered, like the inconsistency in the finances, there's something bigger behind that.
She is not your problem. Straight to the trailer, hook it up, and disappear.
So who is he talking to? Who are these people?
Address and phone number. Get it.
Yeah,
those are resources he's got.
Interesting. So remember they said that he needs to find only one person to trust? I wonder if that is that person on the other end of the phone. But who is
I've got
this
so many
person?
questions. Yeah. It's not like an agency as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
This is like an independent thing. Yeah, this goes much deeper.
She sees no caller ID. She's not going to pick up. I wouldn't pick up.
Oh, yeah. He knows.
Yeah.
You got to get in there, man. Yep. There it is.
Yeah, he's smart too. He doesn't immediately leave the elevator.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's a whole crew.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, shoot.
Shit.
Oh my
she's
God.
so
Yeah.
tiny too.
Yeah, there's no way she can fight back.
Oh, good job.
Gonna buy her a couple of minutes.
Yeah, at most, but
That's just enough for this guy.
yeah, just needs to hold on
Oh,
long enough.
Absolutely wiping the floors with them.
Okay.
Keeping it stealthy. Nice.
Yeah, good job. Break his hand. Good job. There you go.
That's what you get.
Oh shit.
Oh, wow. Yep. They're done playing nice.
Nice.
Oh, knock, knock. Some help here. Yep.
Oh, I don't think he needs help.
Gosh, nope. No, he does not.
You notice how quiet he is?
We should go.
Like he doesn't vocalize during the fight.
Right,
He just
he's
stays
not
focused.
even grunting or anything.
All right, just put me in touch with the client.
Who is the client?
I can't just walk out on my life. We have to go to the police. That's what normal tax-paying people do.
Money was being put back.
Stay here.
Whoa.
So that's what's going on.
Interesting.
Also, I'm scared of John Berthnall's character because he does seem like the one character that's competent enough to take on this guy. He's
Right.
like, just tell me who this accountant guy is.
Well, every
We'll
time
deal with it.
but every time we've seen him, he seems very he planned ahead already for the situation, right?
It's real. Yeah, she's gonna be like, oh, my God, what?
Whoa!
This guy's loaded. And loaded.
What is this place?
There's the passports.
This is where you live?
This is a storage unit. That would be weird.
That's what would be weird.
This is on wheels, which means I can hook it up and be gone in 12 minutes.
There it is. Yeah, he can be in a different place.
Tell me that's not an original Pollock.
She recognizes it.
They're all original.
We should go.
Yep.
I love how all of this is just coalescing together into what I know is going to be a shit show finale.
Your voice has 4 to 6 intonation patterns. That's difficult to confirm with a rhyme.
Right. Okay.
Was yours subject to trauma victim?
Wow, they're able to learn all that from the recording.
We often see this type of repetitive chanting in children who have been exposed to trauma.
There it is.
Let's say I was looking at mugshots. How would that present itself?
Lack of eye contact.
Lack of eye contact.
All this from an audio. That is insane.
That's crazy. Well, it is the FBI, I guess, right?
It's great to see just how far they can go, right? How much they know with such a small clue like that. Like the people that study writing, right? That know.
Oh, yeah. How to determine like someone's personality and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, there has to be. Oh.
Interesting. They were neurodivergent.
Yeah.
I can't afford this.
I know. My treat.
It's like, it's all good. I got you.
If he wanted to, he would.
Yeah. Save your life and take you out for dinner.
There you go.
Hey, those paintings in your trailer, they're real, right?
Yes.
You didn't buy them at auction, did you?
They're a form of payment.
Got it.
Can we sit down for a second?
Yeah, she needs to talk this one out. So many questions. I love that we could see him try, though.
Yeah.
My father was an officer in the Army.
He was concerned that I might be taken advantage of somehow.
Keep him protected.
Yeah.
He lived in 34 homes in 17 years.
It's a lot.
I haven't been anywhere.
Hmm.
Well, Cancun, not my proudest moment.
I have difficulty socializing, even though I want to.
Oh, man. He wants to make those connections.
When I was a senior in high school, I wanted this special dress for prom, blackjack. Went to the library and I checked out all these books on strategy. I could tell you when to hit, stand, split, resplit. I moved on to card counting, shuffle tracking, hole carding.
Wow.
Why was this dress so important to you?
I just wanted to walk into the gym and have everybody say, wow.
No, so she knows what it feels like.
I think no matter how different we are, we're all trying to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I lost all but $20 in the first 10 minutes.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Fed that into a nickel slot on the way out, and I won $2 grand.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Only wore the dress the one time.
Come on.
Chris, why are we here?
Also a long story, huh?
Cheaper hotels have scratchy towels. I wanted you to like it.
No, he cares. Yeah, he likes her.
Crazy Eddie Antar. He owned a string of electronics stores in New York City in the 80s.
No.
By taking his own money, stealing it, and putting it back on his books.
It was raining cash.
He took the company public at $8 a share. A year later, it was trading at $75.
Oh,
Wow.
I see.
But why would she hire you in the first place if she thought you would figure it out?
Right. That doesn't really track.
Make it seem legit, maybe.
You disappear, I make a call. Please, I worry about you.
If I don't do something, Dana will die.
Yeah, he needs to figure this out.
What's the plan?
Find the person who wants to kill her.
And?
Neutralize them.
Shoot them in the head.
Yeah. Well, he was more direct.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Just shoot him in the head. Yeah, they won't stop coming. That's the problem.
Right.
She knows too much.
He needs to rip out the... Oh, he found him already?
No, here we go.
This should be interesting.
Does he know he's being followed? Because he's
I think
murked.
so. Right. He did a little sideways glance.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a sure tell.
Oh, boy.
Damn, that's crazy how he's so aware.
Dude. Oh, crap. That was literally just a warning shot.
He barely had time to put up his gun.
Oh, no, it's her.
Found her dead already.
Already a step ahead of you, man.
Yeah, he could be next, right?
Yeah.
Or...
Are we thinking the same thing?
Yeah.
He
seemed too nice.
Yeah.
2 Christian Wolff's own CPA firms. ZZZ Accounting. ZZZ.
Oh, that is it.
Who filed the returns for Kim's Nails, Wabash Way, Plainfield?
ZZZ Accounting. Could just be the neighbor.
Great Mandarin, Wabash.
Oh, shit. Yeah. She's got the records. Yeah, she's got him.
Of course, because he would be smart enough to somehow hide how much money he's making it look low.
Christian Wolff.
Who is Christian Wolff?
The accountant.
The guy you're looking for, man.
He can't clean that kind of money through an accounting firm. The paper trail's too heavy, so he's laundering it through cash businesses.
Right.
Wow.
Carl Gauss, Lewis Carroll. He's using the names of famous mathematicians as a cover.
He's like, all right.
Hell yeah.
Pack a bag. We're going to Chicago.
Good job, dude. You really did it.
Yeah, he seems concerned, though. Because he knows this is much bigger than what he was expecting.
It's crazy how one look can mean so many things, right?
He's doing a great job because it's not like he can be super expressive, but you could see, that warmth grow in him, right? And the care.
Life is a series of choices. The oldest is choosing to be a victim or choosing not to.
He really put his kids through the ringer, huh?
Yeah, he really did.
Jeez.
They're only glasses.
Oh, they bullied him.
They're afraid of you. You're different.
And because you're different, they treat you like that, yeah.
Victim or not, make a decision.
Go kick their asses.
That's what he's saying, essentially.
Like, I get the life lessons, but man, like putting your kid through that is
It's a lot.
It's so sad that they did not get a childhood.
Yeah.
They really didn't.
And his brother, I don't know if he's younger or older, but he's
Younger
right there
brother.
with him. Doesn't talk much. He's just observing. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Took them all out but one.
And he's trying to catch the last one.
Sooner or later, difference scares people.
But
Does he
not-
think he's going to scare her away?
I think so.
Oh, no.
That's not it, though.
Yeah. You got to give yourself a chance, man.
And give her a chance.
Hmm.
Don't leave.
Some great storytelling here.
Yeah.
Like visual storytelling. He's closing the door. Damn.
Stealing as many glances as he can for that final moment. That's really sad.
It is. Yeah, it's already hard for him to make connections. Shit. They're not going to find anything there, though. He's got
Yeah, I
everything in
mean-
the trailer. Well, let's see, right? Because they found him
Right.
through an audio.
Infrared, weatherproof. He's got a network of them.
He knows exactly what
Whole
he's doing.
backyard's got eyes.
And it's camouflage, too. You can barely see him.
Given his clientele, he figures blending in will extend his shelf life. It's a smart move.
Yep.
It's been working out for him so far.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
What the hell is that? Whoa.
That look.
Oh, my God. Well, that's how he covers the front. He's got a freaking minigun.
Jesus.
I'd feel safe, too.
Yeah, me too. Like, I dare you.
All clear.
Rock and roll. And how about you, sport?
It's Bobby.
You should be watching his home.
Yeah? That's your idea on the subject? Love it when people tell me how to do my job.
So he was involved.
Yeah.
Wow. No wonder he was so damn nice.
So what's your story, Medina?
Right. The whole attempted murder thing.
Stuffed a handful of up a drug dealer's nose. Pistol whipped him into the trunk of his car.
Jeez.
Do you regret it?
Was half borax. Same shit he kept selling my sister.
Oh.
That's rough.
All due respect, Director King. What the f do you know about rough?
I wonder what his story is, though. He might have a...
Right. His little smirk. Oh! That was him!
No, they'd taken something from the man who was killing them.
There it is.
Yeah.
Something that couldn't be made whole again.
No amount of money would bring that back, huh?
9 dead.
No.
Holy shit.
Who employs you, Raymond King? I'm a treasury agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got 2 kids. Grown. Yeah.
God.
Oh my God.
Not knowing what's going to be your last...
Right.
The last question you ever answer.
Were you a good dad, Raymond King?
You're a good dad.
I'm a lousy agent, and I've been a weak man. But that, I didn't screw up.
Oh, dude.
Well, that's the important thing, right? The one important thing you got to do as a dad. Not mess that one up.
Wow. And he let him go.
Francis Silverberg, clean cash from Monte Carlo to Havana to Vegas.
Damn.
Became a federal informant in return for protective custody. He was processed out, and he lost the only protection he had.
Oh
Dude,
my
You're
God.
kidding me.
They messed that up.
And this time, little Tony got it right. He had Francis in a couple hours.
Oh.
Sat outside the Ravenite in the surveillance van for months, hoping to get a shred of evidence to use against Francis's killers.
And
Before they could
then
ever get them.
He showed up.
Yeah.
So-
That's why they didn't have any backup. They were just
Yeah.
there.
And that's the connection there.
Why he let me live, I didn't know, but he changed my life.
Damn. What a moment, huh?
I was on my way out the door.
When...
Do you like puzzles, Raymond King?
That's her.
Oh.
All those cases you put together.
It was not him.
It wasn't him?
Smoke and mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Prisoner 831, Fort Leavenworth, maximum security.
Military prison.
Did the work of 5 men, data mining, cluster analysis.
Dude, 5 men worth of work.
Jesus.
At that performance, too, that level.
And then one day a guard told Wolff why Francis hadn't called or written since he got out. Wolff snapped. Went after the guard.
I don't blame him.
He fractured the man's skull with a thermos.
Oh.
At a funeral home in Kankakee, Illinois, our boy sends 6 locals to the hospital with a variety of injuries. One customer that day.
His mother.
Mrs. Lauren Alton.
Oh.
Yeah. Damn.
Survived by a husband and 2 boys, ages 12 and 10.
She remarried.
Whoa.
Yeah, she lived her life.
I can't imagine how excruciating this must feel.
This is family only. If only they knew.
She was family.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The widower identified the colonel by name. I checked, it's an alias.
Whoa, they have no idea who they are.
Yeah. They've got nothing.
I've given up trying to figure out when I'll get a call. The why, though, that I've got. Someone breaks his moral code.
But why is he trying to find him now? Like he's helped him.
When she calls, somebody needs to be there to answer.
Wow.
Wow.
She's going to be his replacement.
No.
Yeah, she didn't sign up for all that.
He's a killer.
Believe me, I wrestle with the same decision.
No way.
No.
Gonna pick it up?
Miss Medina,
By name?
tell Elliot Ness to get his feet off the furniture. He's not in a barn.
He's not in a barn.
Wow. Holy shit.
What did he sound like?
Didn't
He
make
needs information,
small
dude.
talk. What's it matter what he sounded?
That's why. That's
Bob.
Bobby might be gone by now.
Bobby is.
Bobby.
Yep.
Yep. There's a hole in his head.
Points of entry, corridors, rooms, cover.
All the information he needs to infiltrate.
Yeah,
Will
y'all
he
are in
break?
trouble.
Like the boogeyman.
The Baba Yaga.
You ever see a match grade round traveling 3,000 feet per second go through a window?
Whoa!
Well, now we have. Holy shit.
He called it though. Yeah, he knew. My God, just shooting up the place.
He's not even stopping. He just. That's a lot of guys in there, though.
He's just waiting for a window. As soon as they
Yeah.
make one mistake.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you can't even see him, man.
Jesus.
He's got impeccable aim.
Yeah. Even when he's moving and vaulting.
Yeah, surprise.
He's definitely not taking any prisoners either.
Are they dead?
Yes, sir. They are
Sorry.
very much dead. They are gone. Oh,
he get hit?
damn. Yeah, I think he did.
Give me a situation report. Have you got eyes on anything?
He was such a tough guy. Why is he just sitting in front of the...
Oh, damn. Yep. Using him as cover.
Ooh.
Clean.
So smooth. Oh, shit.
Oh. Ouch.
Oh, my God. That's that. Oh, oh. Oof.
Oh. Ouch. Damn, okay.
Damn.
This guy's putting up a fight. Grapple with him. Put him in a lock. Yep, yep.
Yeah, seeing some wrestling moves here.
Oh,
no.
What are you going to do with that?
Holy
Oh my
shit,
God.
What?
Oh my God. Gnarly. He just used his grenade against himself. Tucked it right in there. You know, he just like slipped it right in. Yeah, you could tell he still felt that though.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Something about his look that I just can't shake.
That was the end of Sullivan Rodney.
Oh.
I think, yeah.
Oh shit. I got it. Got it.
That's his.
It's a family reunion. That's what this shit is. Oh, no wonder.
Because I was wondering, like,
Yeah.
what happened to the brother?
What was a setup
'Cause,
for?
Yeah. No wonder his face changed.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be rough facing against him.
Stand down!
Oh. Damn, how long has it been then?
Because he didn't immediately recognize his face. It must have been a long time.
What do you even say?
What are they going to do now? Like,
Been looking for you for 10 years and you're gonna come at me like we just saw each other yesterday. That's what you're gonna do?
Oh, he disappeared on him.
I need to finish.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
I should go.
Yeah, he's not going to let that go.
You're gonna give me an answer. Why would you and Pop go to that funeral?
yeah, he's still like,
Oh, yeah, he can match
Yeah.
him hand to hand, and he's got
They've
the
got
same training.
exact same training.
Holy
Jesus.
shit.
Sorry. Sorry doesn't cut it, you weird fuck!
Yeah, all those emotions.
Stop fighting.
Bottled up for 10 years. He's been looking for him. Damn. Ah. You can see he's not trying to hurt him, though.
Yeah, he's just taking it.
Just trying to get a response.
This is actually heartbreaking.
Are
you gonna fight?
He's not fighting. Yeah, he's not gonna fight you.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, come on, man. He knows he can't do that. The dude watching the camera is probably like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is this guy gonna save my life or
It's
what?
like, are you gonna do your job or what are the odds, man? That's crazy.
If that was something that you had to do, you call me. I've always had your back.
Crazy how he almost turns into a little kid again.
Yeah, he looks like a little boy right now.
Some of my clients are quite dangerous.
Kind of considered fairly dangerous myself.
I mean, look, his line of work is not exactly. He's like, fuck these two, I'm gonna kill them both.
Living Robotics public offering would have been worth billions.
Yeah, he's like, you ruined everything.
I'm fond of Dana, but I restore lives, not Dana, me.
Yeah, what's one person?
Do you even know what that's like?
I do.
Oh, damn. Jeez. Well, he finished the job.
Well, I hope he paid him in advance.
He's just like, what?
Sorry.
He's like, let's continue this.
Dude, this is so good.
Do you want to? Maybe I could see you in a week.
Name a place, I'd be.
Hell yeah. Catch up again. You could see the longing in his eyes. He's just like, he wants his brother back.
Give him a hug or something.
How will I find you?
You won't.
Damn.
I'll find you.
He still wants to keep that distance, right? And keep his
Yeah.
brother safe. Because at the end of the day, that's what it all comes down to.
Why don't they just work together, man? Come on.
Let me introduce you to the person leading the investigation, Agent Medina.
I knew it. It's her now. Wow. Well, she seems like someone you would want to have.
We know she's very smart.
As much as I'd like to take credit for this, I can't.
She gonna blow the lid on.
What is she doing?
Blow the lid off of it. Yeah.
Please don't.
Because this was a team effort
Nah.
comprised of long hours of good old-fashioned...
She's like, thank God.
She's using his line. That's great.
Our child is missing. He's not there. He's lost, and he needs our help.
He's still doing the work, huh?
Wow.
1 in 68 children in this country are diagnosed with a form of autism. What if we've been using the wrong tests to quantify intelligence in children with autism?
Right.
Of course.
Yep.
They don't work the same way.
Maybe your son's capable of much more than we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta push the limits. Oh, wow. They kept it there.
Oh, is that... I wonder if that's her.
Yeah, it's her. She stayed there.
Justine's one of our few full-time residents. She stopped talking 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And Justine, my daughter.
She's your daughter?
The reason I started the Institute.
Oh, my God.
Doc, she could backdoor the Pentagon with that rig.
Oh, wow. Oh, wait, is she?
Holy shit!
Oh, my God. It's her. She's been helping him all this time.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Damn.
Yeah, and he's gone.
Wow.
Aw.
That actually hit, dude.
That really hit.
I did not see that coming at all.
Full circle, dude.
Dude, that was fantastic.
Let me guess, it's the Jackson Pollock.
It has to be, right?
That's a crazy gift to give. Oh no,
Oh,
it's
no,
not.
it's a different painting.
Oh. You know exactly what that's from.
Yeah.
Little hint or clue.
Oh, it is the...
Holy shit!
Yeah, it is the Pollock. Yeah, you're like
God
super
damn.
rich now. I mean, can you even sell that? Yeah, I know. You might as well
I
just
think
leave
it
it.
would have to be like, it would have to be a black market, right?
I mean, you would have to justify
sell
how
it?
the hell you got it in
Right.
the first place.
No, that's why I'm saying black market, where
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, I just found this.
I mean, look, it matches your interior.
It does.
Great. When people ask, just say it's a fake,
Yes,
a really good
please.
one. Damn, that is rough, though. Having to leave your life behind, start over again.
Yeah.
He's been doing it his whole life.
Especially because he actually liked her,
Yeah.
but he's smiling, so at least he feels good about everything.
Where's he going to meet his brother, I wonder?
I don't know.
I wanted to see that, I guess, well, second reunion, right? We saw the
Yeah.
Raw reunion.
But like the full reunion would
Yeah.
have been nice.
That was hard. I did not expect that ending.
Yeah.
Man, you guys know if you've been here long enough in the channel, you've seen us take an energy drink sip here and there throughout, the shoot. And I'm so happy to announce we've partnered with Gamersubs. Now, they reached out to us and they were like, listen, dude, no strings attached. We want you to keep it real. We're going to send you some of our stuff. If you like it, great. If you don't, no sweat, no hard feelings. They sent us some flavors and honestly, it was amazing. Now, this is not, and I'm not trying to like make it sound like an ad or anything like that. I'm being completely real. We were under no obligation to work with them, but we tried the products and we were like, okay, actually, this is really, really good. Now, this is a great alternative, especially if you're already drinking energy drinks or, you're hooked up on coffee. This thing has 0 sugar, less than 1 carb, and less than 1 calorie. So if you guys are looking out for, your weight related stuff and you want to keep it healthy, this is a great alternative.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it's been so helpful for us, especially because we get a lot of either really early mornings or really, really late nights when we're editing or doing God knows what else that we have to do for the channel. And the way this gives you energy is so much more consistent, like throughout the day, right? It's not just like that crazy burst that you get and then you crash like crazy afterwards, which happens to me a lot. And so like that's been really useful for us. It's also keto friendly and diabetic friendly, which is amazing. Like as a perk, it's healthier than other stuff that is out there, which is, it's nice because like energy drinks, in general, like you get a lot of like weird things about it that it's not good for you or whatever. This one does not have that, which is really, really nice.
Our current favorite flavors are Sakura Splash, which is so nice. It's sour and it's sweet and it just hits that perfect spot. And also Goof Juice, which is kind of like a punch, like a fruit punch, but on like caffeinated. So it gives you the actual hit. It's so good, guys. You do have to try it. Yeah. Trust me. And if you guys want to try it out, no strings attached. You can get samples. Just go to gamersubs.gg/TMK. Ask for your samples for the flavors that you guys want to try out. But I will warn you, once you try them, you probably want to buy them because they're that good. Also, it's so good that Denise let me have this waifu cup. So if you guys, I don't know if you could see it. Well, I've tried to insert a shot where you could see it better, but girls with big personalities, they look great. And it's so good. We both get to stare at this now.
Yes, it's wonderful.
If you guys are into that, they also sell some awesome cups and everything does taste better out of a waifu cup. It is true.
It really
What
does.
they say is true. So yeah, if you guys do end up getting some of these, make sure that you do it through gamersubs.gg/TMK. It would support us immensely and also support them. Like I said, it is a good product. That's why we're doing this in the first place. Shout out Gamersubs for being absolutely awesome. Now let's get back to the video. Well, that was The Accountant. And I want to start off by saying, one, I absolutely enjoyed this. I really think that they nailed like the whole action thriller vibe. And if I like that they let the movie breathe, it doesn't feel like the movie's constantly rushing to take you to a climatic point or to make a statement. It kind of just lets it roll and lets the story do its thing. And it allows us, the viewers, to kind of just experience every single step as, the main character is uncovering this entire mystery and how big it gets. One thing I very much enjoyed about this film is also the depiction of, how being neurodivergent can affect your life. I think they did it in such a respectful way. They didn't overdo it like some other movies where it borders on being cartoonish and sort of disrespectful. I liked how they treated him like a real human being, right? And I like that. And I like how other people around him treated him with the same amount of respect. I very much enjoyed Anna Kendrick's performance as well, and how she's, she tries to adjust to him and, his needs and how she can approach him. And you can see that she's interested and she has this warmth to her that he's not all that ready for at first, and he's so overwhelmed by it. But I love how you could see both of these characters sort of grow and bloom into, and let this relationship bloom into what it turns into by the end, right? They both care for each other, but it's just so sad it's not meant to be. Oh man.
That is, I have to say that was a bit of a shame. He does lead a very solitary life.
Yeah.
And, he has had continuously made these sacrifices.
He's a wolf.
He's a lone wolf.
Yeah.
And that it also includes his brother, and you see the toll that it takes. And I really enjoyed how you see the pain from that separation in 2 very different ways, right? You see it from the accountant. So let's call him Christian because that's what he was kind of going by in this. Yeah. So we see it from his perspective where, he has a harder time processing all of these feelings and also expressing them and also reading them in other people. That's why we keep hearing him throughout the movie say out loud what the person is feeling, right?
Heavy
He's trying
sigh.
to, heavy sigh.
Frustration.
Exactly.
Anger.
Like, or not happy, those things to kind of reassert to himself and to keep on top of being able to kind of understand people's feelings. I really like that throughout the movie. We saw in odd places here and there, you know, like the smiling chart, like the emotion chart, in order for him to kind of understand where on the spectrum of emotions people are. And I enjoy that. It was like a reminder for him. And I really loved seeing the difference, you know, where you can tell that Christian also carries a lot of weight from the separation from his brother, from that sacrifice.
Yeah.
And then we see it from someone who is more neurotypical in his brother, and how he's actually, you know, you see the tears, you
Shutting
see the
down.
frustration.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it's like the emotions are more like obviously
It's an
visible.
overwhelming response.
Yes.
Yeah, what we
and-
would consider
right.
natural or traditional or normal.
Normal,
Yeah.
exactly. That dichotomy was beautiful. It was
Such a great scene for both of them.
Oh yeah, we had so many fantastic scenes in this where I was like really blown away by the acting and the writing. But just focusing on these two brothers for now, I really enjoyed how their relationship was written and developed in this story. I really liked it. Like they showed us enough without over explaining, right? It's like the little brother, it's like he was barely even talking in the flashbacks.
Yeah.
You know, you just saw him witness and observe what his older brother was doing, right? But you saw that no matter what, he always had his brother's back.
He was a ride or die, yeah.
Yeah, he really was. And so by the end, when we get that reveal that holy shit, this was his younger brother all this time, it hit exactly the way it was supposed to. It was an emotional moment, and that was handled incredibly well. And that impact would not have been the same if they hadn't made sure that the flashbacks were on point when it comes to describing the relationship between these brothers.
Yeah, and I also thought that they utilized the flashback sequences in such a smart way throughout the film because it kept the audience like engaged in their story, right? Like what happened to this man? Why is he a killing machine right now, right? Well, what are we looking at here?
Right.
What happened throughout all this time? And they slowly start to explain to you like how he trained, his relationship with his father, how complex that got, you know, like you could clearly see that his father loved his boys, but he was also very tough on him. And he was tough on him because there was this, you know, this underlying fear that perhaps the world wouldn't treat them fairly, right? Especially Christian. And he trained them for the worst possible outcome. And he made them into these very tough two men that grow to be, like you said, different in the ways that they handle things. And I like how those differences were showcased here. But at the same time, you could definitely tell that they're brothers. Like the fact that they are trained the same way, that they have the same amount of knowledge. But still, Christian still comes out on top because of his skill to lock in and to learn as much of something and to not let that thing go until he is done with it has clearly translated into his life as an assassin or whatever you want to call him, an accountant, into being beyond an expert at this point, right? He's superior in every single way because he has that amount of concentration when he puts it to a task. And I like how they almost showcase it as a sort of superpower, right? This is not something that's hindering his life anymore. It's something that he's been able to, embrace and make it his own. And you could still see that there's, those social challenges, but it's so cool to see him just outright outsmart everybody in the battlefield. Like he was able to know where they were going to take cover, how he was going to flank them, then where he could reload. Like I'm sorry for the pun, but it's true. He accounted for every single thing, right? Every single break they would take. Like that entire sequence, it's actually so interesting because the director does such a great job at just letting the scene go. Like I mentioned, they just let it do its thing without over explaining the stuff. Like sometimes they over explain, but like visually, like you get so many angles that showcase something to make it extremely obvious. And in this case, there was a lot of wide shots in that sequence where he's infiltrating the house, where it's just you just have to pay attention. But there's a lot of things that are like, wow, you would have had to know that was the most likely place where they were going to take cover in order for you to account for the amount of ammunition you had. Because he reloaded it. The gun that he reloaded, he took the mag from another guy that he just took down. So he must have known, okay, this is where I'm going to need to make a pit stop to reload and then to go in the house. And like when you start to analyze all of those, I'm sure there's plenty more in the film. It's so damn impressive that they wrote that in, those small details, because it makes it so realistic. Like, and I thought Ben Affleck did a great job. Like this might seem like a simple role to pull off, but it really isn't, just because there's lack of facial, expressions doesn't mean he doesn't showcase them. And I thought it was so interesting to see how an actor can pull that off just with his eyes. Yeah. Like he's not dead, like his eyes are still telling the story, but he's just not able to use his face to fully express himself. And I love how Ben Affleck used that as a nuance to tell his story, right? As an actor, where you could still feel sadness or warmth or that, like that whenever they, Anna Kendrick's character and him, they start becoming a little bit closer. You could see that endearment right in his eyes. And then that, could be love, could be that spark of that, that interest happening. But the way it showcased is so grounded. It was very impressive to see. Like I said, like normally we get these over exaggerated versions of these things and it just doesn't hit right. Something about it just doesn't feel right. And I thought the way they did it here was just perfect. I don't know if there's, any neurodivergent people out there watching, let us know how do you feel about this depiction? Because it very much felt the same way that, how we see Robert in The Equalizer as well. Another person that's dealing with, what he had, OCD. Right? And I thought they did it super respectfully there too. It's always great to see when the writer, actually does the research on what do these things mean, right? Because to a lot of people, they're just labels. So to be able to kind of explore it in a more serious tone for the people that are not as aware in a respectful way, I think it's one, important, and two, I think needed, right? We don't get a lot of these characters in media, and I'm so happy to start seeing some of them being represented here, and they're being represented in such an awesome way. I mean, this guy is freaking awesome. Christian Wolff, dude, like this guy is trouble. And now that we know that he's got his brother, I know that there's a sequel coming out.
Right.
I want to see more of them interact, man. John Berthnall, he steals every scene he's in. I don't know what it is about him. The guy's just so charismatic. He's got the presence and he's a badass in everything he's done. And I thought he was intimidating because we did not know or so we thought, we didn't know his backstory for most of the movie. And you just get the sense that this man can hold his own against Christian. And that is scary.
You mentioned that pretty early on in the reaction where you're like, oh, like I feel like he could hold his own. And we didn't even know.
It's just his demeanor and the way he's been as calculative in his own way about how things are going to go and seeing how they play out and it lands exactly where he wants things to land. That kind of confidence is scary because that tells you, okay, this man is prepared. And the way that they also showcased that in the script, I thought was one, very smart, and two, helped us kind of assess the kind of danger Christian would be in should he ever come up against this man. So the moment where they're like walking in the sidewalk and Christian is like, following him, another great moment. Dude, he just looks to the side. He knows he's being followed, makes a full stop, shoots back, and he nails a shot. I mean, if he wanted to kill this guy, he probably could have.
Oh, yeah.
And like you said, you said it immediately. You were like, that was a warning shot.
Yeah, I think so too.
And that's very efficient storytelling. Like the fact that you didn't need to see more to know that he could have gotten this guy straight up headshot. We wouldn't have not questioned it.
Well, a lot of the most pivotal moments in this movie were delivered by very subtle and understated movie making. And I really love that. It's like you said, like they did not spoon feed us.
Yeah.
Like usually let's take the example that you gave, right? The following scene on the street. Usually what would happen, you would see the character that is being followed. Like if they're super smart, there are two options that you get most of the time. The first one is the character very obviously stopping and turning around. Or, there's a moment where they turn the corner, the person that is actually following them, and then they pop out of the corner and then you have an interaction there. That's most of the time what we get. Here, we got kind of both, but in the most subtle way possible. Like he did a little side glance that both of us caught. We're like, oh, I think he knows he's being followed right now.
Yeah, his little smirk too.
Yeah, his
like,
little
okay,
smirk. He's like,
up.
he already knew exactly what was going on. And I love that. It gives more credit to the character where they don't do something so overt and at the lack of a better word, kind of cheesy, where they do that, turn around thing. It's like, oh, I know you're there. Or sometimes you even get that line, right? Where it's like, oh, I know you're there or some shit like that. And they didn't do that. Any trap that they could have fallen into, they gracefully sidestepped all of them. And I really, really like that. And I'm just going to briefly circle back to what you were saying about how they handled neurodivergence, especially when it comes to autism. Like I really enjoyed in this movie how, yes, his skill set is almost like a superpower, but it's not in a disrespectful way, because a lot of times when you see autism being portrayed in movies or shows, I'm not going to name drop anything, but you're like, it's always a superpower, but like to the degree where it's preposterous, where like there's no way you can leap to that conclusion. Here, it makes sense why he's getting to these conclusions. We see the step-by-step process that he's going through. Obviously, when he's talking about the numbers and stuff, we don't get it, but we have Anna Kendrick Kendrick's character who is there to understand his thought process. And they're like, okay, like the leaps that they're making here clearly come from hard work and experience, right? Like whether it's from his father, his intellect, the man that he met in prison, all of those things kind of collided in bringing this person together for us. And so we understand him. He is a human being. He's not just autistic. It's not just about the label. He is a fully fledged, real human being. And that is so important when you're tackling neurodivergence. Because like you said, it's so easy to make it a stereotype. It's so easy to use it as a kind of obstacle in your story, or worse, something to fix. And it's like, no, that's not what this is about. This is not about fixing him. This is about understanding him. That's why the monologue that the man that owns that home, I guess, you know, for neurodivergent kids, the monologue that he gives at the end is so important for that. It's like, we can't just apply the standard testing for neurodivergent kids.
Right,
we have to understand how they communicate, and we need to teach them how to communicate with us. You know, we can't just apply the standard neurotypical blanket on everyone.
Yeah, it's not cookie cutter.
Exactly.
That's why there's a whole spectrum. It's so hard to quantify it and so hard to measure. You have to kind of study it. And you know, now we're getting better at it, thankfully. You know, there's a lot of people that didn't even know they were, you know, autistic, and they get diagnosed super late in life. They're like, holy shit, that explains so much.
Yeah.
So,
and they used actual terms like stimming, and they actually explained that. And, you know, as a neurodivergent person myself, I really, really enjoyed that. I was like, okay, you're actually humanizing this topic, and you're actually taking it seriously. You're not just using it as a cheap plot point. And that is very, very refreshing. And I love how it fed into his character, Christopher's character, but it wasn't all of him. Right. And the performance there was also everything. It's like you said, and the way they strategically placed these other people around him very early on, they already insinuated that he's not a loner necessarily because he wants to. Right? Like we see him.
He yearns for that connection.
Yes, we see him be a little abrupt with his language, and that's just who he is. But like you said, like people accept that. It's like the couple that he's helping with their taxes, right? And they invite him over, and you just see him be like, oh no, I don't do fishing. I just do shooting. And in my head, I was like, oh, I don't think he's going to take them up on their offer, but they seem so nice. I wish he would. And then you see him actually take them up on their offer. You see the effort. It's there. It just doesn't look like what neurotypical people would perceive it as. And it's those little things that made me really, really happy. Or like when he chooses like a fancy hotel because they don't have, you know, scratchy towels, and because Dana might like it. It's those little things that are very, very endearing. And it all also came together like towards the end, you know, with that reveal with the brother. And like you just see both of these men being absolutely endearing in completely different ways. And it was so wholesome. Like they did a fantastic job in every way, you know, whether it's how they decided to shoot certain scenes, or, you know, they didn't edit something to death, like especially in the fight sequences.
It was very quiet too.
Very quiet. Like the score really was, it was very subdued. It was in the background. It was there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't overstimulating or overpowering in any way.
It was not over the top at all.
Exactly. And I love that. It's like everything was placed just right to work together in perfect harmony. And we got something really brilliant. Honestly, I was very pleasantly surprised by how nuanced this movie was.
I agree. Yeah, I'm not sure what I was expecting. I think maybe perhaps because of the genre, something in the lines of like in the vein of The Equalizer, like I mentioned in the intro, but it's very different. And, you know, that also has a lot of like subdued action moments that you wouldn't really expect, because you want the big fights and the big awesome sequences. But the way that this movie tackles it is so intimate. Like I mentioned, like it feels like you're alone there with Christian, and you get to observe him, and you get to kind of start to understand him a little bit better. And I think that's why this movie and movies like these that deal with this, again, I'll say it again, they're so important, because we start not quite understanding Christian, right? We're starting to get to know him at the beginning of the movie, and by the end, we can almost understand and read his mind in a way. Like we know what he's thinking, even though he's not showing it. We can already make that connection because we spent so much time, quality time, with his character and seeing what actually matters to him as a person, so that by the end of the movie, he like you understand him. And I feel like that's the real important message here, is to give people that might seem different a chance, and to try to make that effort to understand them, and to try to make that connection, right? They might not seem like it, but they might want to, you know. And I think that was so heartwarming to get a movie that we thought was only going to be, you know, action and You know,
Right.
it's fun. Bullets and explosions, they're always great. But the fact that this movie tackles something a bit more profound, that was really, really, really unexpected. And it elevated this movie a lot for me personally. And I love the reveal too at the end.
Yeah.
That British voice, who that was.
Oh
Because I was
my
like, okay, where
God.
are they going with all this? Like, oh man, that's like a supercomputer. And the software engineer was saying, right? He's like, dude, like that's enough to like, you could hack into the Pentagon with that thing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, say what now? You could? I was like, no way. And
Actually-
then as my synapses started flashing and the connection started being made, I was like, oh shit, that has to be her. And then her voice comes out of the speaker. Perfectly done.
I know.
Perfectly done. I would have never, ever, ever in a million years made that connection.
But
and you know
see-
what? In a way, you could say that's prejudice, right? In a way, it's like, why wouldn't she? Right? But like,
Right.
it's so out there.
Right.
And it's right in your face. And it's like a bucket of cold water. It's like, yeah, she's also capable. She might not be able to vocalize.
Right. She might be nonverbal, but she's still capable of.
Absolutely. And she's extremely freaking smart. Like
Yeah.
the fact that she not only could, she does probably hack into these systems and does it all from the comfort of her chair at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah.
The fact that he was giving money back. I mean, there's so many elements in this movie that just were so heartwarming and in such a grounded way and so cool, man. It's so cool, so unique. I couldn't see this movie coming. A lot of those moments, like the one thing where I was like, yeah, that makes total sense was the brother thing. Cause I was like, why are they setting up this whole story? What happened to the brother? And I'm like, okay, well, this guy could be it. But at the same time, we didn't get to have a lot of scenes with them together except the one where he was following him.
Right.
So let's see where all that leads to. But when they actually made the reveal, I was like, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Cool. I was wondering when that, all that was going to come together. I think this whole script was really neatly put together. I think from an emotional standpoint, it hit the mark where it needed to. I'm sure there's some things where like, oh my God, subversion of expectation. But I mean, that kind of comes with the
territory,
action. And some of the mystery elements too. Oh, we can't forget about J.K. Simmons and Medina.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Character of Medina. I thought they both were. I mean, J.K. Simmons, he's a superb actor.
Always.
I love how he always comes across as such a toughie in such a great way. And I like that transition. Like he put her in a tough spot, but I feel like he was more like testing her to see if she was capable of doing so. I don't think he would have actually exposed her. And I think the more he got to spend time with her, he was like, she's a good person. And especially when they get to share their real stories, he actually kind of confesses. He's like, well, I know what the court said, kind of giving us a little hint that that's not always the truth. That is their truth. And he wants to know what is her truth. Right. And I love that moment because it's like, okay, open up. Like you can be honest with me here. What did you do? And then you see that Medina actually did it for all the right reasons, but it had to suffer consequences. And, that's like another side plot there that's talking about something also a bit deeper. Right. And it's not always what's shown in the records that what defines you, nor it should be. Because as she tells in the story, like her sister actually made it out of that life and she became a dentist or something like that.
Yeah, she like some
married,
doctor or something. Yeah, exactly.
Like you also have to give people a chance in a way. So I also like kind of that message, like you can't let past mistakes define you. There's always dark moments in life that can be difficult and can make you struggle and make stupid decisions that are not the right ones.
Especially when you're 17, dude.
That
happened when she was 17. Her frontal lobe is not even fully developed at that point yet. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's attempted murder. That's a pretty heavy charge.
It is.
So like,
absolutely not taking away from that, but it's like once we get the context, it kind of helps you understand why she was pushed to that point.
It's not as black and white.
Yeah,
that's the important part, right? It's like the labels that we use to define things. It's not as black and white.
Yeah, precisely. Because like for some people, labels do help. They know that there's some type of neurodivergent, but they don't know what exactly it is. For some, those labels can help, absolutely. But for some, it can make them feel even more boxed in and isolated.
It's a limitation,
right? Yeah, it really can be. Because like what's important is that, that you can be happy, that you can live a life that has you feeling fulfilled, right? You as a person. And that personhood is what was emphasized a lot in this multiple times, and I really appreciated that. It's not just about being normal, because like that's even what the father asks, right? Is like, is he ever going to be able to be normal? And the man is like, well, define normal. What do you think is normal, right? Right now, what we need to focus on is for him to be self-sufficient, for him to be happy, for him to be able to continue life within the confines of this society as it is right now. You know, those little details are so important. And I love that you said, that you mentioned, you know, giving people a chance and also understanding nuance in people, whether it's from the neurodivergent angle or for the angle of Medina, where it's like, okay, let's hear the backstory on this. What is your backstory? What is going on here? And not leap to conclusions about people. Kind of give it a moment, give them a moment to come to you as well. And also know when to kind of back off, which we also see with Dana, where she's trying to have a conversation and you can see he's overstimulated in that moment because he can't finish, right? He couldn't finish it. So he's upset. And she's like, okay, I'm going to say bye. I'm going to give you some space because he clearly needs it. She didn't choose to force him. And we've seen both, right? We've seen her kind of trying to get some information out of him when they're like having lunch together, I suppose. But she also understood when to back off. And like seeing those interactions, I think it was very wholesome and very, very, very well written.
Very much enjoyed this. I know there's a sequel coming out. I'm excited to check that one out as well. I will ask for, you know, more of that brother dynamic, as gosh,
please.
You guys know we love John Berthnall, man. He's our Punisher. So man, I cannot wait to see where all this leads to. And I'm so excited to explore his character, Christian Wolff's character, even further, and his brother as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great time. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you guys enjoyed. And as always, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.
See ya.